Pandas, 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 pandas. Boy, oh boy, it's good to be back. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to my stream. I'm Bye Money. I'm glad that you guys are here. Oh boy, how I missed you guys. 3-day weekends are always nice for the mental capital reset. But any time away from this community makes me sad. What can I say? So it is good to be back. I'm glad to be back, pandas. Thanks for joining our main stream. We just finished our pre-market show where we went over all my account balances and also go over all of my off-stream trades. So glad that you guys are here. Thanks for joining. Let me say good morning to a couple of my pandas here. Make sure you guys fill out that poll. Let me know what kind of day you think it's gonna be. Hope everyone had an amazing 3-day weekend. For those who are in the States, for me, I love 3-day weekends, but like I said, I can't wait to come back to this community. I can't wait to come back to you guys and get our bamboo. Let's go, baby. Good morning, guys. Make sure you guys drop a GM in the chat as well with your location. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Let me say good morning to a couple of my regulars here. Hussein Amadi, good morning. Turtle Toes, good morning. Spawn Productions, good morning. Richard Belmont from Colombia, good morning. Turtle Toes asked, did everyone trade yesterday? Yesterday I actually had some decent price movement, but not a lot of volume yesterday. I'm not gonna lie, not a lot of volume. There was some moments where there were okay setups, but I mean, when we look at yesterday's session, we actually had some movement, and technically it opens on Sunday night, and from there, we had some decent movement, big push up, big push down, breaking, Friday's low, and from there just kind of going sideways and ended near its low. And so actually there was some decent price action, but there was a time where, every bar, let's see how long these bars were taking to make. There are moments where the bar would take 7 minutes to make, 10 minutes to make here. Every once in a while you have a big push down like this. This took only 2 minutes to make, and then from there on it was just too slow for these bars to print, and the volume was just very low at a certain point in time. Like when it started going to this range, it just got really slow. Big push up, big push down. I mean the trading range indicator was giving us beautiful, like when this big spike up happened, this spike down happened, I was like, man, trading range indicator is just spot on right now. Big push up to the top of the trading range, big push back down to the bottom of the trading range indicator. So but it was getting too choppy, too hard to trade. So there was some move, there was some setups yesterday, or yesterday, but you would have to be very patient, in my opinion. Almost not worth taking. I'd rather, I think you're better off just resting, resetting that mental capital, and just, being able to focus on like today, where we, most likely will have more volume. Show me hydroponics. I'm starting the Apex 50K account next Monday. Been practicing. Let's go, baby. I mean, for such a cheap price, get it to be funded, I think it is just so worth it, and I really hope you get your bamboo. Good morning, guys. Good morning, John Yonan. Good morning, Lace Sanawi, Bo Palm. Good morning. Good morning, Richard Harris. Good morning, Carl Herman from Asheville. Good morning, Cedric Fees. Good morning from Maryland. Live free or fight. Florida, land of the free. Wyatt, good morning from Denver. Rob S, good morning from Florida. Small Productions, according to my VPN, I am in Sweden. Let's do a little pre-market analysis here as we wait for the market to open. Seriously, if you guys did anything amazing over the weekend, let us know in the chat. I mean, it was President's Day in the States, and I just don't know what, you know, is there something you're supposed to do on President's Day? Just not sure. Maybe wear an American flag as a cape. Not sure. But I'm thankful for it because you get a day off. Quick look at the daily. Maybe we can get some hints on the daily of what might happen today, and boy oh boy, this is getting wild on the daily chart. I'm just saying this. We have, I mean, time and time again, we've been looking at this setup here, right? We have this two-leg pullback trap trade with this trap here, and we see here we have, well, with this channel we can see, you know, this trap trade basically signals that we're in a reversal, and hence we are in a downtrend. And we were able to actually make a trap trade. That trap fails, and now we're going back down. And going back down, we are making a two-legged move for that new low. And I mentioned way over here that most likely we were going to make a new low here. And I even mentioned that we're probably going to break above, and then that's going to fail and come back down. And I was going to do a weekend update, but I was just enjoying the weekend too much. So now we see we have a two-legged pullback forming here, trying to create that new low, and in my opinion, most likely will create a new low. And if it doesn't, it'll look something like this and maybe push down harder on this next push down. But in my opinion, most likely, according to the price action, we're looking for a new low still, and that's what most likely will happen. The trading range indicator on the daily also showing us trading range with this, you know, bundle of candles here, saying that we may oscillate here back and forth. Like this jumbled up amount of candles here shows us, right, that there's a lot, this is an interesting price for a lot of institutions, and they like it here. And so if it goes too far away from this price, typically it comes right back to it. So we try to push up, comes back to it, push down, it might come back to it. And so but I am fully expecting a new low. Even when this bar looks really green right now, I am still expecting new low. And with that being said, pandas, we could have a downtrend day today. Even though we had a strong push up in the overnight session, we could have a downtrend day today because I'm expecting a new low on that daily chart. But we shall see, pandas. We're going to get our bamboo, and we're going to be patient, and we're going to wait for our setups to come to us. We're not going to force anything. We're going to only take what the market gives us, and we can be really creative in terms of what we think the market is trying to say. But we're going to try to stick to our price action rules as close as possible here. Phil W says, yesterday was Family Day in Ontario. Nice. Is it a holiday? It's just quite a coincidence. It happens to be on the exact same day as our President's Day. Suman says, I am $500 away from passing my 150K account. Thanks, Panda, for a discount code and introducing me to funded accounts. Let's go, baby. Hey, Panda, show Suman some love here. If you're a panda, give him some love with our panda emoticons. We're having a strong push down here. We could have this trading range. This trading range is still valid. As you can see, the trading range is still developing here. We haven't broken out of it yet. Still valid, this trading range up here. Very interesting. Let's look at the higher, like oftentimes when I get confused on the lower time frames, I like to go to the higher time frames to see if we can find some clarity here. And the higher time frames is making us a nice little two-legged pullback off the 20 MA here. A, B, C. And it could be a two-legged pullback. We may get a push up here on the 10,000 tick chart. My opinion. We could bounce off here. We could get a nice little scalp here. I don't know if I'll trade it because the risk is obviously larger on the 10,000 tick chart. But if we reverse here, maybe here. The trading range is finally broken. Market just opened pandas. Hey, let's get our bamboo. Lance Gahan asked, I did one trade yesterday. Will it be classed as one of the 10 evaluation days? That's a good question. I believe on the website it says that holidays, like half trading days, they are accounted for the next full trading day. So if it was like a half day, then I believe all half days continue into the next day. That's what I believe. I'm pretty sure that's true. But yeah, Apex would 100% know the answer to that if you message them. But most of you guys fill out that poll. Most of you guys think it's pretty straight. It's pretty even across the board. Bull trend, bear trend, trading range. This failed reversal. I mean, we could. Oh, we did trigger. Okay, we already got 2 points on the 10,000 tick chart. We have a trading range on the 10,000 tick chart with a two-legged pull up off the 20 MA. Gives us a nice little scalp here on the 10,000 tick. The 5 minute. Trading range on the 5 minute here. We hit the top of it. We hit the bottom of it, and we failed to hit the top of it. It makes me think we could break down here. Just sitting on my pause pan, I was waiting for a good setup. No good setup here. I mean, this could have been a two-legged pullback, but you can see that we broke the previous pivot low by 1 tick, so the count reset. So it's actually not a two-legged pullback because we broke that count there. Pushing down now. I do think we have a type of break a trend to new low, but this new low has some continuation, so we may want to look for a larger channel here. The reason being is because with that new low we should have reversed here, but instead of reversing, we're continuing to push down. So there must be some sort of channel we're missing here. And I'm going to look at it like this for now and see what happens. I'm going to consider this as an overshoot. Like we should have reversed here, right? If we had a true breaker trend to new low, this is the reversal spot. Instead of reversing, we continue the downtrend. So we got to look for a bigger channel here. And now that bigger channel we are overshooting. No setups here for me so far. Phil W says, yes, matched up with President's Day. Other provinces have either Family Day or celebrate something else but have the day off. It seems like what Canada is doing is, oh, hey, the U.S. markets are closed. Let's make up a holiday that's on the exact same day, because if the U.S. markets are closed, we don't want to be open either. I don't know. I could be completely making that up, but I wouldn't be surprised that that's kind of the reason why. Hope you guys are amazing. We're just waiting for a good setup here. I mean, I'm seeing a downtrend overshoot of this channel now. And if this channel continues to overshoot, we will have to look at a different. You know, very strong push down here. In my opinion, you know, we had this strong push up, and the fact that we are coming into this, you know, the breakout of this, like, we probably could retrace this entire thing very quickly. I wouldn't be surprised at all. We're heading to yesterday's low. That's interesting. That's really interesting, yeah. So this was actually, this is an overnight session, so yesterday's low right here. Okay, that makes sense. No setups, even though we are in a strong downtrend, there's no setups to enter this downtrend if you're trading two-legged pullbacks. Trading two leggies. You can get those two leggies. Phil W says, we all need a holiday in February. That's true. Just watching. Would I take a two-legged pullback off of this 20 EMA right now? Hard to say. We are in a downtrend. If it was a good signal bar, I'd be very tempted because of this strong downtrend we're in. But if I were to look at my... The difficult thing is that this is the 20 EMA, but also you have the top of the trend line here. So plus 3 strong bull bars ending on their highs. Near their highs. I would need more price action. Would I take a two-legged pullback off of the 20 EMA here? Give me a 1 in the chat if you would anticipate a two-legged pullback here and take it. Give me a 2 if you'd skip it. If we get a two-legged pullback, a two-leggy off the 20 EMA. Give me 3 if you would take the trap trade. 1 if you take a two-leggy off of the 20 EMA. Which I believe is actually a hidden second entry already. Okay, now it's a technical two-leggy coming off the 20 EMA. Would you take this trade? Give me a 1 in the chat if you see a good signal bar. Would you take this? Give me a 2 if you would skip it. Give me a 3 if you would take the trap reversal from this trade. As in, you would not enter it here, but you would actually wait for the trigger and take the trap reversal. Most of you guys are saying 1 with a good signal bar. I like this better. I actually like it how it pops up a little bit more and actually touches now my trend line. I like how it touches both the 20 EMA and trend line for me. And I'll be interested in going short here. I actually like the fact that it did that little pop up there. Let's see if we can get a nice scalp here, pandas. In this trade, about to immediately get trapped out, pandas. All those people who voted 1. Curse you. Taps off perfectly off of our target here. Let's go, baby. Ooh, I want to let this marinate a little bit, but I might have waited too long. Here we go. Let's go, baby. Push down, push down. I'm monitoring this runner. All good, pandas. Start off with a quick scalp today. I had a little slippage, it seems like, when my runner got stopped out. I should be at 162.5. So we scalped out real quick. 2, right? We had 2 key entries. We had the 20 EMA and also this trend line. Pandas, if we get a lower high here, I'm taking this as well. I need a bar to finish though. I want the bar to finish. We're getting a lower high setup also off our key entries again. The one thing we do have against us is that we are kind of, oh, wow. It actually does trigger an outside bar reversal. I'm not interested in outside bar reversal, but I like how that ended kind of bearish there. Let me take this trade here. All right, it hasn't scalped out yet. Scalped out. I was thinking about taking that trade, but scalped out too quick. It like triggered an outside bar reversal, and I didn't like that. I actually would like it if it didn't trigger an outside bar reversal. Came retrace back, and I was thinking maybe come back with a small retracement, but pushed down again. So lower high, second entry off our trend line, also off with the 20 EMA. So we had double reason to go in there, and I like that trade, but it did one thing that I didn't like, the outside bar reversal. I liked how it actually ended on its low. So I was looking for a retracement, but you saw right when it actually triggered that outside bar reversal, it just bounced right back up. That made me hesitate. I was like, okay, it's just gonna trap immediately. I just didn't like that. We do have one thing working against us, is that if this trend line is in play, then we had an overshoot, and we're expecting an overshoot to the other side. So, just sitting on our pause, but I like both those setups there. I missed one of the scalps that I could have gotten there. It's all good. Both of them will worked out for 2 points, by the way. Let's see if we actually got a full swing trade off this guy. It's a full swing trade off perfectly. 2 times risk reward, and bounces off right on that spot. Exactly. There's no coincidence in the market. In my opinion, once that swing trade was made, people took their profits, and we could see the violent reaction coming back upwards, making me think that we might get a reversal here. Thinking those swing traders are all out, and now all we have are bulls waiting to come back in. Would I trade a long entry here? Probably not. I would need a break of trend. I need a break of this trend line here with a retest of the low. Only way I would really take a long trade anytime soon, unless we break strongly above and have, like, you know, multiple bull bars in a row, then I'm thinking, okay, we're just in an uptrend and we have to try to take a little bit, try to participate a little bit in it. So now we're pushing above clearly, you know, we're clearly pushing above the 20 MA. And so we're thinking this is probably first break of trend, in my opinion. I know it's hard to say, hard to believe, but what we're expecting at this point is still a new low. You know, we have first break of all these trends, but because of the overshoot here, it could possibly be, right? In a sense, an overshoot is a break of trend. And when we have a break of trend and a reversal right after that, that could lead to, you know, a reversal. Like a reversal setup. could potentially be. Because an overshoot is a break of trend, technically. To me, taking this long will be very difficult to take that long. So even though we see this strong move up, hard to participate in this because there was not much credence for me to go long here on a downtrend, especially when we have a trend line like this and we're bouncing off of it. It's hard for me to go long with a setup like that. Just watching, just watching. Richard Harris getting some bamboo. I mean, I'm thinking first break of trend here. Overshoot to overshoot. So kind of that price action is done. That symmetry is done. Gonna sit on my pause here. You know, when you have a big push down, big push up, you start to get confused because you're thinking, are we going to turn to a trading range or are we going to be in a bona fide, right, trend? And that's why these big moves down, and met with a big move up can get confusing. Let's look at the higher time frames. Let's see what this higher time frames are saying. This higher time frame looks like to me this is a first break of trend on the higher time frame. Most likely, according to the higher time frame, trying to make a new low. I think the 5 minute pushing strong below, pushing back up to the 20 EMA. A little confusing on the 5 minute. You know, you have a big push down, big push up, and you're still underneath the 20 EMA. So you're kind of wondering what is happening here. Got another push up here. We may get a 2-legged pullback. We may get a 2-leggy here, second entry long. We may get some sort of second entry long here, and thinking pushing higher here. I'm gonna sit on my pause and gonna have to miss this trade, even though it has potential to be a big move up. I'm gonna miss this trade here because, in my opinion, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bull bars in a row. First break of trend. If I went long and I lost that trade, I have no one to blame but myself, being impatient, entering a trade that I feel, a long trade when I feel like it should go down one more time here. But we're clearly above the 20 EMA, and we could, some people say this is clearly an uptrend now, and we are clearly reversing, and so I will take any long trade I can get my hands on. Pushing above the previous pivot high, right? Resetting our count so we don't have any 2-leggies, right? We have no second entry longs. All we are left with is a second entry short here, right? This is actually just 2 moves up. A, B, C. I wouldn't take this reversal, but I wouldn't be surprised if the reversal does make a point and it actually pushes below here. I wouldn't be surprised if it actually does that. It seems unlikely now because we're so far above, we're so high up, but price action rules, we should make a new low, especially according right to the higher time frames. Break of trend, first break of trend here. We're looking for one more new low here. We could potentially maybe consider this as a break of trend to new low. This could be the reversal here in the higher time frame. Bit confusing for me. Sitting on my pause regardless. Pushing strongly above now. Now it's making me reconsider. We're just probably in an uptrend and there's no entries to enter in. So even though we see this, I don't feel bad missing this because there was no setup for me regardless. I'm not going to enter right here on this super terrible signal bar to go long. Works out, but not something I would enter in. Not enterable for me. Not actionable at all. Pandas, it's good to be back. It's good to be back after a long weekend, and it's amazing to be able to trade with this community, and I look forward to it every single day. And honestly, on those long weekends, I get a little sad. What can I say? A little sad, but we're back here with you guys, and so hopefully, if you guys are excited to be back on this stream, scalp that like button. Helps out this channel out a lot, especially for those who enjoy this content. You know, if you like the video, then you're simply just being honest. Big move up. And now on the 5 minute, we're clearly above the 20 MA. The 10K clearly above the 20 MA, creating strong bull bars, ending near their highs. Just no entries for us. Gary Burke says he saw a trading shirt that says, "Is it Monday yet?" we say TGIM. That's what we say on this stream. Thank God it's Monday. Forget TGIF. TGIF is old, outdated. TGIM. Whoo! Exhausted bar late in the trend here. Thing about trading, it's kind of a lonely thing to do. And so if you can have a community while you trade, it's just like the benefits of trading is like, you know, obviously you get to work from home. You know, it does take a lot of focus, but you know, in terms of physicality, it just doesn't require much physical activity. And you get to kind of chill, you get to work your own hours, and obviously if you're good at it, you can be very lucrative. It could be a very lucrative endeavor. But the bad thing is, oftentimes you do it all alone. If we are able to trade with a community, you kind of like, you know, the worst part about day trading is you kind of get lonely. But if you're able to, you know, find a remedy for that, as in have a community to trade with, such as the one we have here, then it's almost like, man, trading becomes actually kind of fun. Strong push up. It's just relentless strong push up. I'm not looking for a new low now, pandas. You know, I hope when you see this kind of price action, you can kind of switch your gears and be like, you know, are we gonna get a new low? Like, I don't know. It looks like we might be in a strong uptrend right now. But yeah, yesterday's highs are way up here, so still have a long ways to go for that. I just realized this. The most obvious thing here would have been first break a trend to new high. New high, once made, could create a reversal. So this is first break a trend new high, and then on this micro could be like this, first break a trend to new low. That could be it, or it could be even this, in my opinion, break a trend to new low. Regardless, we have a new low here on this uptrend, and now we're looking for that new high. Cannot take this long trade, too far away from 20 minutes. It is a two-legged pullback. It is a two-leggy here. A, B, C, two-leggy, but too far away from 20 minutes. It is one way you can participate in this uptrend. In fact, it probably did already with the outside bar reversal. I was looking at another time frame, so I couldn't see, but most likely that triggered after it triggered this, so quite potentially have already triggered a hidden second entry long there, and it fails. Got a couple overlapping bars here. I'm fully expecting us to break this high here. Fully expecting. I don't know how we're gonna do it, but I'm fully expecting it to happen. Do I want to go long here? It's a little bit better, but still a little too sideways for me, and not and too far away from our key area, our 20 EMA. But it does. If this does trigger, you know, the second entry long here, very high chance to scalp out here. Scalps out already immediately and pushes higher. The main reason being is because we're already looking for that new high, and new high was created. So I liked the context. I did not like the setup. I like the context. Going long in an uptrend, it just wasn't close enough. But nice push up here, and you know, not only a scalp, but it's an entire swing trade here. You know, it already does a 2 times risk reward here, like very quickly, and within 3 bars. So that new high is made, kind of like free game now. It couldn't reverse here, actually, but probably more on the higher time frames. You're looking for 2 pushes up. Very rarely will it just go like this and go down. Most of the time it'll do this and then probably reverse, maybe fail second entry long, something like this. But on the higher time frame, we probably need another leg up, as in we need a pullback and 1 more push up, so we have a lot more room to go up still. I mentioned that this most likely will make a point, but also mentioned why I didn't enter that trade. Just too far away. I'm pretty certain we're still in an uptrend here. That does trap here. I'm very enticed to take that trap, but again, if I skip this trade here, why would I enter this trade? 20 EMA. I'm waiting for some key area. This is most likely will turn to some sort of spike in channel. Right, spike, and now we're starting to channel. I need to find my pivots for my channel though. Maybe something like this. I'm not sure, but I need a pivot that makes sense for my channel here, for my spike in channel. Give me 2 leggy off the 20 EMA. I'll take it with a decent signal bar. Higher time frames could be very helpful, right? So we did break that trend to new high, but we need another push up. We need a pullback and one more push up. That's what I'm fully expecting to happen on both the 5-minute and the 10K chart. By the way, if you want to know what time frame or tick frame I'm using, look in the top left of your screen. You can see exactly what chart I'm looking at. We do have a 2 leggy here, but it's not close to my key area. A little too far away now. And also, if we do take it, we have to make sure we can clear this trend line. If we're going to go long, we have to clear this trend line. This horizontal line was the previous pivot high, which is right here. Okay, getting a push down to the 20 EMA. Most likely a spiking channel. So remember the 10,000, I said that we probably get a pullback and we need one more push up on the 10,000 tick chart. So I'm fully expecting this to actually go up one more time. Terrible signal bar. I can't go long on this signal bar if this is the signal bar here, but I'm looking for some price action in this area to go long here. And we do have here a break of trend to new high. We do, but I'm expecting one more push up here actually. With a decent signal bar, I'm looking to go long. I know we have multiple bear bars in a row, but still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bear bars in a row. If this is a strong bear bar, then probably reassess the situation. It looks like it's a strong bear bar ending on its low, so most likely reassess the situation. I'm not looking to go long, but like I said, pandas, it's very rare for the chart just to go straight up and straight down. This is very rare. Most likely what will happen is we'll have 2 pushes up. The market loves to move in 2s. So this is why I'm looking for a long trade somewhere in this area, because on the 10,000 tick chart we have one more leg up that we need to make, or that we're expecting to make here, because 2-legged pullbacks. Decent signal bar now, looking like a decent signal bar, but after 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bear bars in a row ending near the low, I'm not looking to go long here, nor am I looking to go short really. I'm not looking to go short here either, because I know in the higher time frame we're probably going to have one more push up. Easily makes a scalp, but untradeable. Not a trade I'm willing to take underneath the 20 EMA like that. Multiple bear bars in a row. Does scalp out for you though. I'll take a higher low. I'll take a higher low setup here. If we get a higher low second entry long, I will take it here. But that's very precise price action. What I'm saying is I want this A, B, C higher low setup. That means this pivot cannot break below this pivot. I need a higher low setup here. And this is again coming from the fact that I believe we have one more push up that we need on the 10K chart. Jesse Trot says, I'm a BBM 50 Apex Panda as of this morning. Let's go, baby. Let's get that bamboo. Make sure you guys scalp that like button if you guys are enjoying what you're watching so far. Give me that higher low and I'll take it. Give me the higher low and I'll take it. Higher low setup, potentially here. I mentioned I wanted this setup a while back, and I may take the outside bar reversal, being eager to enter this trade. As long as we don't break this. Okay, so we lost that higher low setup, pandas. As you can see, we broke this low, so my count reset. It's a 1 now, so we know it's not a higher low setup anymore. I'm still fully expecting one more push up on the 10,000 tick frame. Pandas, I'm Bye Money. And if you're just joining, make sure you guys scalp that like button. Also, make sure you drop a GM in the chat. I'd love to see your name and where you guys are from. Drop a location as well. I get to know my audience a little bit better. If you're new or just joining, what are we doing here? We are trading 100% risk-free using Apex funded trading. Yes, we get to trade other people's money. How is it possible? Well, if you get the passing evaluation, then Apex gives you a funded account, able to trade with real money, and you're able to withdraw your profits, right? You take your wins, but they take your losses. And so if you end up losing your account, right, Apex is the one who suffers the losses, not you. You never trade your own capital. You get to trade Apex's capital. And so if you guys are interested in Apex funded traders, as we do here every single day, we're trading $300,000 accounts every single day here. If you're interested, make sure you guys use that coupon. It's in the bottom of your screen. Also, it is in the pinned message in the chat. Use that coupon for your benefit. 50% off the evaluation for a lifetime. And so as long as you're in that, right, as long as you're taking that evaluation, it'll be 50% off for that monthly fee. And then, you know, that means, right, with $150 a month, right, and hopefully you can most people can pass it within a month. But let's just say with 1 month, $150, you have the potential to gain a $150,000 funded account. So please, if you're interested in that, use that coupon for your benefit. Also, pandas, we trade only one single instrument here. If you guys are wondering what chart we're looking at, we are looking at the emini. It makes whatever altcoin, cryptocurrency, whatever other instrument you're trading, it makes it look like child's play. This is a Super Bowl trading, the most liquid market in the world. You might say, forex is a bigger market. Yes, it is as a whole, but it's not in any pairing. It's not as much volume as the emini. This is the most liquid market that we have on planet Earth. We trade it every single day here. We trade only one single setup, the two-legged pullback. We have to find the setup in key areas such as moving averages, support resistance levels, and trend lines. The two-legged pullback looks like this: 2 pushes down or 2 pushes up. First pullback, first entry, second pullback. And the market loves to move in twos, and so once this two-legged move is done, we like to enter in that second entry. Enter in that second entry. If you want more information about that setup, go ahead and look at the description below. There are playlists going over the details of how to count legs, how to identify second entries, all the information you need to know about two-legged pullbacks. On screen here, what we have is the two-legged pullback indicator. It's the only indicator I really use, along with the trading range indicator. But we have the two-legged pullback indicator here, identifying all second entries for us, traps with magenta boxes, right? Gives you all the things you really need to know about counting legs in one indicator. And so if you're interested about the indicator, you can check out the official website. It's at the bottom of your screen, the URL, but it's www.twoleggedpullback.com. There's a free trial for that two-legged pullback indicator. And so if you are interested and just, I don't know if it's for you, but want to try it out, go ahead and check out the free trial. If you like it, you can purchase it. If you don't, no harm done. Looks like a failed breakout, but pandas, what do we have here on the 10,000 tick chart? Like I mentioned, we have that second push up. It's not a big push up, but it is a push up here. Yeah, I would not take this second entry long here. If we get a second entry two-legged pullback here, I would not take it, because we already had to break a trend to new high, and this is already breaking down, and I would look for a short trade here. I was looking for a fail second entry long on the 10K chart, and let's see if we get any price action here. I mean, we have nothing here for us right now. We're below the 20 MA. I can't go long here. I cannot go long here. 4 pushes down though. Boy, oh boy, the 10K is not looking good. I mean, I would, yeah. It looks like it wants to fail here. It looks like it wants to make a second entry long, fail, and reverse, and I will take that reversal. If we get a fail second entry long here on the 10K chart, this is like the prime spot to take it. But the question is, right, will the market give it to us? We can only take what the market gives us, and will the market give us this beautiful, beautiful setup? We'll have to wait and see. And if the market gives it to us, pandas, boy oh boy, I might even swing it. I might even swing this trade if we get it. But let's see if the market is generous and gives us this most beautiful price action setup that we can anticipate. But that's what we're, the thing about price action, it's a lot of anticipation. Like, you're thinking like 3 or 4 steps ahead of the market, thinking 3 or 4 steps ahead of what you see, anticipating 3 or 4 setups. And if you get one of them, then you have your plan already set. You know what you're going to do per setup that you have anticipated, and once that setup actually does trigger, or you trade according to your plan. You trade according to, like, okay, I'm going to scale in if this fails, or I'm going to swing trade this, or I'm just going to scalp it. You already have in your mind, right, the how, not only the setup, but how you're going to trade the setup, which is all part of trading. And so I'll mention probably all of that while it's setting up here. Like I mentioned, I probably will swing trade this if we actually get a trap trade here on the 10K chart. And it's just, the context wise, it's just almost perfect. We break a trend to new high, and the new high is, we 2 legs up, 1, 2, and we're off the 240 SMA. And so we'll see here. Let's see if we get that trap trade. And the risk is too large. Of course, I'll take the trap trade with a smaller risk, 2 contracts. I'm just like salivating over a fail second entry long right now on the 10K chart. Jaco says, hey, look at today's date. It's 22222. Gonna put on a 22 on 2222. Pandas, make sure you guys scalp that like button. Man, let's see if we get this set up. I really wish we get it. Really hope we get it. I mean, I could be wrong. This could just be a strong uptrend, and we just might get like a simple ABC pattern and just launch up here like this. That could be a possibility here. But according to the context, I'm more inclined for this to happen. It seems like this is not more likely to happen, but if it does happen, ooh, that's a reversal setup. That's a nice reversal setup on the 10K chart. I am almost literally salivating over this fail second entry long, if we can get it. That's on the 10,000 tick chart, by the way. We have a two-leggy here off the 20 MA. Almost would be interested, but it makes an outside bar reversal. Decent trigger bar, but I hate outside bar reversals. We do have a spiking channel here, but there's an overshoot. So if I copy and paste this and I put it here, we have an overshoot on this side. Almost makes a point here. You can see as it turns yellow, that means it made a perfect scalp. That means it went 5 ticks. So you may be trapped here still. But because of this overshoot here, I'm not looking to go short here. Plus terrible signal bar, and it was an outside bar reversal. So sitting on my pause here, it does scalp you out there. Absolute scalp, right? The yellow box disappears. It's unfortunate here that most likely we won't get our setup right from the 10,000 tick. Like we want the second entry long to trigger so we can trade the trap to the other side. But if I were to be a little more aggressive, I would just go short on the break of this low here. If I were to be a little more aggressive, like if this low breaks, which it just did, I'll probably just go short here to the bottom of this trading range, because I'm so eager because of the context. I just think it's such good context to reverse here. Though we didn't get our setup, right, the second entry, failed second entry long, just because we broke this low here, you know, if I was aggressive, I'd be inclined to actually go short here to the bottom of the trading range for a swing trade. But I'm gonna wait for my setup because I like to have the highest probability trades. So we're sitting on our pause here. Gonna wait for the second entry long to trigger, which it might trigger here. It might trigger here, and I'll look for that reversal. Still looking for the setup here. It'd be nice to get it if we can. Ooh, we finally triggered a second entry long. See if we get a trap trade. I've been eyeing this trap for a long time. We don't get a technical trap here on the 10,000 tick. It actually pushes higher now. A, B, C, A. Potential reversal here. So we that overshoot, pushes, breaks this channel. I mean, when you end high like this on the 10,000 tick chart, I'm not necessarily looking to go short anymore. I'm actually looking to maybe reassess my premise, saying, okay, that was a setup that I was looking for, break a trend to new high, and looking for a reversal here. This is where we typically see reversals. But then we start to see this price action, and we get updated on the price action. We're like, okay, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe actually it has more room to go up because we're strong, like ending strong at the end of the top of the close of the bull bar. Just sitting on my pause though. I don't have that set up regardless. And pandas, don't get me wrong. The fact that this works out doesn't necessarily mean that was a good trade to take. For me, that would have been a risky trade to take because here we would look for reversals. So just because the trade works out doesn't mean it was a good trade to take, in my opinion. At least it was a good trade to take in some sort of strategy, but not in this strategy. Second push up here. The breakout is a two-legged move. A, B, C, two-legged move. I'm almost interested in going short here. Almost going short here, but we got 1, 2, 3, 4 stacked bars in a row. So I'm sitting on my pause. I'm not going to take a trade here. Potential trap trade to the long side. Do I want to take this trap? I don't know if I want to take this trap. It's a hard trap to take because of the overlapping bars in and of itself. Right, the context is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 overlapping bars. Outside bar reversal, ending on its high. It does scalp you out if you take the outside bar reversal, but tricky. We have 5 overlapping bars in a row. Hard to trade a breakout on that, in my opinion. We are above the 20 MA. So trap trade to the long side, above the 20 MA. Okay setup. It's an okay setup. Okay setup, but it doesn't check all the boxes. It doesn't check all the boxes. You may want to go long here, but you would have to assume this risk. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.5 points of risk, basically 7 points of risk. Just watching. Just watching. No setups for me that I like right now. Scalps a point to the short side. Not a short trade I would be interested in. Let's get a vibe check. Give me a 1 in the chat if you're green today. Give me 2 if you're red. Give me a 3 if you're flat. Still haven't seen a setup that you liked. Vibe check, pandas. 1 in the chat if you're green. 2 if you're red. 3 if you're flat today. Let's get that vibe check. Ooh, I love to see those ones. Ooh, Phil W. Little hurt. Turtle Toes 1 and 2. Maybe he has multiple accounts. And by the way, if you're putting 2s, you're probably in good company right now. Probably in good company. George Allsport, just lurking. Thanks for joining the chat. We got Bernadette with the green. Let me go over my panda statuses. Phil W with a 2. It's okay, man. Stick to the plan. Andrew Gibson with a 1. Awesome. Lace Sanawi 1. Pete with a 1. You guys are killing it. Bernadette's killing it. You guys are killing it. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go, baby. Hey, for all the 1s out there, that's for you. Getting your bamboo. Mark Aguela says, how is literally everyone 1? Well, the thing is, if you're 1, most likely you would write 1. But if you're 2, you're probably a little more shy. Don't want to let people know, hey, I'm red today. But, you know, there's no shame in that. I mean, how many times have I been red on this stream? I'm just saying, you know, being red is, you know, the thing about trading is, it's not how well you, well, let me take that back. Trading is about how well you win and lose, and I think the better loser you are in trading, the better you'll be. You have to learn how to lose well, and that's one of the hardest things when it comes to trading, because when we lose money, our minds go berserk, and we just do whatever we can to try to make that money back, even if it doesn't make sense. Like we'll play tricks on ourselves, and we'll enter trades that we just know that if we looked at it again, we're like, why did I enter that trade? Why did I manage it that way? Yeah, the twos are just too busy crying. Too leggy. Push up here. This looks, I don't know, this looks like shaky ground. I'm just sitting on my paws. Not sure what's happening here. Yeah, almost want to go short here on 3 failed attempts upwards. But just in general, hard to go short into a trend line like this. So just have the most basic trend line here, and it's hard to go short into that. But we had 3 failed attempts upwards here, and I'm just like very tempted to go short here. 3 failed attempts long. Just we're above this trend line. I just don't like that. Like this trend line might block us, even though we have a very high chance to make a scalp going short here. Right, with these 3 failed attempts up. Clearly above the 20 EMA though. But also looks like we're in some sort of trading range. The failed attempts to break out doesn't look like a failure anymore. It looks like we're actually breaking out now. Strong push up. You could have taken that 2-legged pullback. That actually wasn't that bad of a trade. A, B, C. Just hard. I mean, trading range indicator says we're at top of trading range. Hard to say. Clearly above the 20 EMA though. This is a spike in channel. Also, in my opinion, when you have 4 or like 5 overlapping bars like this, you have a tendency to come back into this type of trading range. And I just wasn't sure how choppy we're going to be. I wasn't very confident on any type of breakouts right now, but we're breaking out. So we have a spiking channel going down, leads to a spiking channel going up. Very interesting. Lace Tsunami says, I'm trying to figure out which Apex account to sign up for. I guess I want the highest trailing drawdown. Looking at the 150K account, any suggestions? I think when it comes to like the trailing drawdown versus the amount of capital you have to pay, or the amount of the evaluation fee, the price to trailing drawdown ratio is best at the 50,000 account. Now it's not a big account, but for the amount of trailing drawdown you get, well, let me reword that. Let me rephrase that. The best profit target to trailing drawdown ratio that you can have is, I believe, the $50,000 account. As in, for how hard it is to pass the evaluation versus, right, how high the target is versus how easy it is to get stopped out on the trailing drawdown. Your best situation is actually the $50,000 evaluation. Now, the worst one actually is a $300,000 one. And it's because you have to hit a $20,000 goal before hitting a $7,500 drawdown. Now, that ratio to the target to drawdown is actually the worst, I believe, in all of the accounts. And that makes sense, right? If they're willing to give you $300,000 to trade with, then, you know, they want to make sure you know how to trade and how to, you know, they will give you the hardest, basically the hardest conditions to pass if they're going to entrust you with $300,000. But if you're looking for purely best price target to drawdown ratio, it's the $50,000, I believe. And the $50,000 account is not too bad. I mean, I think like, you know, you could trade up to 5 contracts on them. Someone can correct me, but something like around 5 contracts. And, you know, most likely if you have a $50,000 account, you're not going to trade that much more than 5 contracts. And the nice thing is, if you can pass, you can have up to 20 accounts. If you can pass 20 evaluation accounts, and I know it sounds like a crazy number, but it's honestly not as far-fetched as you think. If you can have 20 $50,000 accounts and trade 1 contract per account, that actually is pretty amazing. That means you're trading 20 contracts across multiple accounts, very low risk, and you can potentially make a lot of money that way. But you do got to keep in mind, you have to pay an $85 monthly fee on every single P account, right? You don't have to pay the evaluation fee anymore, right? That goes away like the moment you get funded. But after that, you have to pay a flat $85 fee no matter what evaluation you have. You have to pay $85. And so if you get 20 of them, that's like, you're talking about $1,600 a month on fees alone. But the idea is, hopefully on every account you can make more than $85 per month. If you can make more than $85 per month on every account, then that $1,600 means nothing. It's just a small fee for the potential to make a lot of money. Russell H says, if you pass 20 evaluation accounts and are still using a prop firm, then you are dumb. Actually, I don't agree. I completely disagree with that. I think even if you're funded by yourself, even if you trade with your own money, it doesn't hurt to get funded accounts, because you can just add them to a trade copier and trade them and mimic all your trades across multiple accounts, and you're multiplying your profits. And so even if you trade your own money, you're paying a small fee to be able to expand your capital and multiply the amount of money you make. So I just think, like, I completely disagree with Russell H. Even if you trade your own money, there's almost no harm done if you trade with the prop firm alongside your own capital. Charles asks, what account are you on? So I have a pre-market show. If you guys don't know, if you guys become pandas, you guys can have access to the pre-market show, where I actually go over all my accounts. I have multiple accounts with Apex, and if you join the pre-market show, you can see exactly my journey through Apex. And I don't really, I'm pretty open and vulnerable to my members. And the reason being is because you guys are members, you guys are supportive of what we're doing on this channel. And so with any panda, I open up everything, show all my trades off stream. I show all my account statuses. So if you're interested, and if you're really interested, then it's just $5 a month, and you get access to that pre-market show, plus all my off-stream trades, and you get to support this channel. So even if you don't care about that, you just want to support this channel, you can always become a panda. And for those who and since this is kind of newer, we do have the super panda status, where you can have access to our two-legged pullback Discord, which means after stream we continue to talk about trading and setups, and you get a lot of people who are in this chat also in that Discord. We do have a trap trade outside bar reversal here. It's pretty clear we're in an uptrend and broke this trend to new high here. I can't go long here though. Right, we have this break this spike in channel break to new high, And I mean, if we're in an uptrend, then you're not really looking for reversal setups, but Arthur Lopez says, I didn't receive my pre-market link today. Please check. I'm a member. I believe you should have the members tab. I don't know if I put a post there, but you should have access to the video still if you just open up like the videos section. All right, this trap fails and reversing now, so I'm actually looking to go short if I can. If the market gives me a short setup, I'll take it, but 10,000 tick chart, we do have a two-leggy here. A, B, C, two-leggy. Maybe back to a 20 MA. Let's check the 5-minute. 5-minute actually two-legged pullback as well. A, B, C. And we may reverse here. Who knows? And also, by the way, if you become a super panda, which you get access to the two-legged pullback Discord, you also get access to everything a regular panda gets. So you get access to that pre-market show as well. It's getting very choppy here, and just don't like the price action. Just don't know what's happening here. I guess I'm looking for a short trade somewhere now, but it's gonna be waiting for a lot of price action to happen for me to get it. People think, oh, Hanson asks, how do you make your avatar? It's amazing. The thing is, this is not an avatar. This is my actual face. I'm actually a floating head in real life. I'm just a floating panda head. I don't even have a body. All right, so we have a strong push down, but no setup for us to enter in this push down. So unfortunate. But this is where we're looking for a short trade. We do have that breaker trend to new high and looking for that low, and plus a failed trap here, right? This trap doesn't make more than a point. If I do like a face reveal, people are not, the twist is if I do a face reveal, it's actually me wearing a mask of a human. The thing is, I said a long time ago, if I get 100,000 subscribers, I'll do a face reveal. You can mark my words. If I have 100,000, I mean, we're getting close to 10K, and I'm very excited for the 10,000 subscriber mark. That'll be my next milestone, and we'll have like a special for you guys. We'll do like a little raffle. We'll have like a we'll do a little couple side things on the 10,000 10,000 subscriber stream. Definitely do some sort of whiskey challenge. We'll do a lot of stuff on the 10,000 subscriber. But I'm really excited for 10,000 subscribers. It's the next milestone of many milestones. Frank Angel says you should do a live reveal in Atlantic City. That's so random. Why? Why Atlantic City? All right, what do we have here now? Ra-da-da, la-da-da-da-da. Don't have a setup here, unfortunately, but I mean, I would like a short trade if I can get it. Potential setup. Very, very unlikely, but two-legged pullback. Give me two-legged here. I'll go short. Maybe even a failed second entry long. If I can get this trade to happen, I'll potentially take that trade. So this no longer valid. Looking for a trap trade to the short side. Let's see if we can get it, pandas. I need this to trigger above here. I need to break a previous candle's high to get my second entry, failed second entry long. Right, we need a second entry long first before fail second entry long, and the market's not giving us a second entry long. I'm almost so eager to enter this trade that I'm willing to go short, even not breaking above here. Unfortunately, doesn't give us our setup. Doesn't give us our setup, unfortunately. Well, we'll see. We still technically can still do it. Very unlikely at this point. We're about 3 ticks away from breaking this low. Give me a fail second entry long. I'll look to go short here. Let's see if we can get our setup here. I would like it a lot. If I was very aggressive, again, I'll just go short here and swing trade this actually. I would swing trade this to go short if I were more aggressive. Break of this low, I would do it. I would be short right now if I was very aggressive. Be short to trade to the bottom, probably of this trading range, or measure move. Measure move would look like this. Or will we get our trap trade? 10,000 tick chart hits the 20 EMA perfectly and bounces off of it. I am keeping an eye on that as well. Hopefully you guys are aware of this. 20 EMA on the 10K, 20 EMA on the 5-minute, perfect hit as well. It's kind of rare for that to happen, but they're almost exactly the same. The hit off the 20 EMA, hit off the 20 EMA on the 5-minute as well. Could provide some support here. Might be a reason to go long here, but to me, too choppy to go long. Hard to say. Hard to say here. Sitting my pause. This is why I don't take those aggressive trades. We may get our trap here. And I'm talking about going short when I just saw on the higher time frames are bouncing off perfectly to 20 EMA. I'm torn here, pandas. I am actually torn here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Pretty much 8 overlapping bars right now. Sitting on my pause. Hard to take this trade. I actually want to go short here, though. I actually want to go short here, pandas. It's too choppy, though. This is too many overlapping bars. Even if this works out. Yeah, it's working out. Darn it. I wanted to take that trap. I really wanted to, but just why did it have to look like this? So choppy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 overlapping bars. Unfortunate. It is what it is, though. Works out now for us, but we're preventing it. We're preventing ourselves to enter a trade like that in the future that won't work out. Because that won't work out all the time like that. Potential measure move here. It's unfortunate. I like that trade. I liked it, but I didn't like the setup. I didn't like this choppiness. I liked how we're under 20 EMA. I like how we had to break a trend to new high. I liked, I liked the context. Didn't like the setup. Didn't like how many overlapping bars there were. And I didn't like how we bounced off the 20 EMA on these higher time frames, like almost perfectly. But you're preventing yourself from entering those trades in the future. Russell H says, I take aggressive trades all the time. I mean, I take aggressive trades if they are, two-legged pullbacks. This wasn't even a two-legged pullback. But at least wait for two-legged pullbacks, and I'll take potential aggressive trade on a trap or a two-legged pullback. But there, it was nothing. It's just no setup whatsoever. More of the fact that I believe that we're going to have a strong push down. Four pushes down now. Hey. Missed that one. It's all good though. Maybe looking back at it, 1, 2, 3.5 points of risk. 2 times risk reward already made on that reversal trade. It's all good. All good. Oh, Jesse Trust has 10 contracts max for 50K. That's a lot of contracts. That's a lot of contracts for $50,000. I think, in terms of best bang for your buck, 50K is probably the best. Looking for that measure move potentially here with that reversal setup. Just clearly breaking below the 20 MA, right? Trading range on the 10,000 tick chart. 5-minute chart also breaking clearly beneath the 20 MA. And it's just a two-legged pullback. A, B, C. That's all the 5-minute did. It made a two-legged pullback. Now it's reversing here. Looking for that measure move. Looking for that 240 SMA hit. Hits a 240 SMA. About 2 ticks away for the measure move to be completed. Oh, missed it by 1 tick. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is pretty accurate. Missed it by 1 tick. H4 setup here. Man, I can't tell you how many times I've entered a trade like this and it reverses on me because it's too choppy. I've done it many times on stream even, and it happens to work out now. But why did it have to look like this? Why did it have to look like that? Man, oh man. Big push up, bouncing off the 240 SMA. Also, H4 setup. Charles Lozada asks, now I do 5 contracts in 10 if I feel really confident. Wow. Michael B says, I trade 10 50K accounts. Let's go, maybe. Measure move. Pretty much hit. Missed it by 1 tick, actually. Yeah, missed about one tick. Unfortunate. Nothing really good. This was probably the best setup I liked so far. This one and maybe this one. Those two setups that I liked. This one I wanted to enter in, but it made an outside bar reversal. And yeah, it's unfortunate. This one probably not too far away. Yeah. Missed this trade. Also outside bar reversal. Outside bar reversal. Unfortunately. This is a hidden second entry short. A, B, C, right? Optically, you can see that it makes a two-legged pullback. But technically, it doesn't, because this will have to break the previous candle's low. And that would actually make it, would have made it a two-legged pullback, but it didn't do that. So this is a hidden second entry short. To me, since a measure move is done, I would be very careful to go short here. Measure move is done, also bouncing off the 240, and so I wouldn't really go short here. It's just a little dangerous, let's just say. Even makes a strong move down. You know, when you're bouncing on 240 SMA, make your measure move. You could have a reversal spot here. You could have a reversal here. It does make a scalp, actually. Not that I was willing to trade that at all, right? Terrible signal bar, but it was a hidden. Also, just a hidden second entry. If you have 10 50K accounts and you trade just 2 contracts per account, right? Trade 2 contracts in your main, have a trade copier that goes across the rest of the 9, you're still trading 20 contracts with just your very little, like very little investment on your part, and you have the capability to trade pretty safely 2 contracts across 10 accounts, 10 50K accounts. Pretty amazing, in my opinion. You're trading 20. High or low, second entry long. I'm not gonna go long here. Only way I'll go long is something like this. That's how I would go long. Fail second entry short here. I'm gonna let this play out, and if we break this candle low, then I'm gonna end the stream. If we actually get a push up here and give us a potential fail second entry short here, then I'll look to go long. All right, got to push up. Potential fail second entry short here. Sitting on my pause on this because the measure move is already pretty much made. I'm not really looking to go short right now. It feels like the bears, right, took their profits here. We might be switching hands. Also offer support here, 240 SMA. In my opinion, hard to go short when all of this kind of price action is kind of telling me this move is done, right? This down move is done. This downtrend is done. We're looking for a long trade now somewhere, as I marked here, 2-legged pullback, fail second entry short, preferably above the 20 MA. When you click on your chart, little dots are created. I believe it just marks all the closes of every candle. Okay, we do create a second entry short here. I wouldn't go short on this signal bar like this. And it makes a new low, looks like. All right, so that's that. All right, pandas, I'm gonna end the stream here, and I will see you guys bright and early tomorrow morning. 9 o'clock for the pre-market show, 9:15 for the mainstream, and it's great to be back. You know, it's just TGI. Well, I guess it's Tuesday, but TGIM. Thank God it's Monday. Thank God it's a new week. Thank God we're back at trading, and I'm glad to be with you guys and with this community. So, yeah, do appreciate you guys scalping that like button. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Trade safe, everybody. As always, happy trading, and God bless. Bye.